Today we are going to talk about what happens when you eat one onion every day for 2 weeks. So let's get right into it. Onions are one of the most popular vegetables in the world. They're used in many different cuisines, and they have a lot of different health benefits. Onions are actually in the allium family, which also includes garlic, leeks, and chives. And this family of vegetables is known for its sulfur compounds, which give them their pungent smell and flavor. These sulfur compounds are also responsible for many of the health benefits of onions. But today, I want to talk about some other nutrients that are in onions that can greatly benefit your health. So when we think about all the nutrients in onions, they're very high in vitamin C, in fact. One medium-sized onion provides over 100% of the recommended daily intake for adults. Vitamin C is an essential nutrient that our bodies cannot produce on their own. It's important for wound healing, immune function, and also helps protect against certain types of cancer. Not only does it help prevent cancer, but if you already have cancer, studies show that people with higher intakes of vitamin C tend to live longer. So if you're not getting enough vitamin C in your diet, you may want to consider adding more onions to it. One medium-sized onion provides over 100% of the recommended daily intake for adults. Another great thing about onions is that they're a good source of fiber. One medium-sized onion provides about 3 grams of fiber, which is about 12% of the recommended daily intake for adults. Fiber is important for digestive health and can help prevent constipation, bloating, and even some types of cancer. It also helps regulate blood sugar levels and can help you feel full for longer, which can aid in weight loss. Onions also contain a variety of antioxidants, including flavonoids, carotenoids, and sulfur compounds. These antioxidants help protect against cellular damage caused by free radicals, which are unstable molecules that can contribute to disease and aging. Free radicals are produced naturally in the body as a byproduct of metabolism. But they can also come from exposure to environmental toxins like pollution or cigarette smoke. So eating onions that are rich in antioxidants can help neutralize these free radicals and protect against the damage they cause. And speaking of antioxidants, quercetin is a very powerful antioxidant found in onions that has been shown to have anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, and even anti-diabetic properties. Quercetin is thought to work by inhibiting the activity of enzymes that promote inflammation or cancer growth. There is also some evidence that quercetin may help improve symptoms of allergies by blocking the release of histamine, which is a compound that causes inflammation in the body. While more research is needed to confirm these benefits, the antioxidants in onions, like quercetin, may be one reason why onions are so good for your health. Onions also contain a number of different vitamins and minerals. They're a good source of vitamin B6, which is important for brain health and can help prevent seizures. They're also a good source of potassium, which is an electrolyte that helps maintain fluid balance in the body and is important for muscle function. Additionally, onions contain smaller amounts of other vitamins and minerals like vitamin A, calcium, and iron. So overall, onions are a very nutritious vegetable that can provide a number of different health benefits. When we look at the phytonutrients that are in onions, there are several different types of sulfur compounds that give onions their pungent smell and flavor. And these sulfur compounds are also responsible for many of the health benefits of onions. One example of a sulfur compound found in onions is called allicin, which is thought to have antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties. Another example is a group of sulfur compounds called organosulfur compounds, which have been shown to have anti-cancer properties. In addition to these sulfur compounds, onions also contain other phytonutrients like flavonoids, which have antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties, and carotenoids, which are important for eye health. Now, let's get to the benefits of onions. First, onions can help boost your immune system because they are high in antioxidants and phytonutrients that can help protect against cellular damage and reduce inflammation. This can help strengthen your immune system and make you less likely to get sick. In fact, a study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that eating 1/2 cup of raw onion per day for 4 weeks significantly increased the number of white blood cells in healthy adults. White blood cells are important for fighting off infections and diseases. So eating onions may be a simple way to boost your immune system. Next, onions are also a good source of fiber, which is important for digestive health. As I mentioned earlier, fiber helps prevent constipation, bloating, and even some types of cancer. And just like boosting your immune system, improving your gut health is another way that onions can keep you healthier. Next, let's talk about heart health. Heart disease is a leading cause of death in the world, and it's often caused by high levels of cholesterol in the blood. Eating onions regularly can help reduce the risk of heart disease because they are low in sodium and saturated fat, but high in fiber and antioxidants. The fiber in onions can help lower cholesterol levels, while the antioxidants can help reduce inflammation and prevent the formation of plaque in the arteries. In fact, a study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that eating 40 grams of raw onion per day for 6 months significantly reduced total cholesterol and LDL cholesterol levels in people with high cholesterol. Onions are also good for blood sugar because they're low in carbohydrates and high in fiber. This means that they have a low glycemic index, which is a measure of how much a food raises blood sugar levels. The fiber in onions slows down the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream, which can help prevent spikes in blood sugar levels. This is important for people with diabetes or those who are at risk for developing the condition. And speaking of diabetes, onions are also good for those with diabetes because they can help improve insulin sensitivity. Insulin is a hormone that regulates blood sugar levels, and insulin resistance is a common problem in people with type 2 diabetes. The antioxidants and sulfur compounds in onions may help improve insulin sensitivity, which can help lower blood sugar levels. And finally, let's talk about the anti-cancer properties of onions. Several studies have found that people who eat more onions have a lower risk of developing certain types of cancer, including stomach, colon, and breast cancer. The antioxidants and sulfur compounds in onions are thought to be responsible for these anti-cancer effects. They help protect against cellular damage and reduce inflammation, which can help prevent the growth and spread of cancer cells. So now that you know all the benefits of eating onions, let me tell you about something that can hinder the benefits of onions. When you cook onions, you destroy the enzyme that makes them an effective anti-clotting agent. And cooking them also reduces their effectiveness as a blood thinner. But don't worry, you still get a lot of the other benefits of onions when you cook them, such as their anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. Raw onions are definitely better than cooked onions when it comes to their anti-clotting and blood-thinning properties. But if you don't like eating raw onions, don't worry. Cooked onions can still provide a lot of great benefits. If you're looking to add more onions to your diet, there's no shortage of ways to do it. Raw onions can be eaten on their own as a snack, added to salads, or used as a topping for burgers or tacos. You can also cook onions in a variety of ways, such as frying or roasting. They can be used to make soups, stews, and sauces, or as a side dish. So whether you like your onions raw or cooked, there's no shortage of ways to add them to your diet and enjoy their many health benefits. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. Until next time.